this, and women have to learn how to do that, and they have to learn personality and these type of things. And I'll just my pushback is that they don't have to learn anything. They don't have to learn personality. They don't have to learn how to treat a man. They damn sure don't learn how to pursue a man. They don't think that they should ever be pursuing a man. They don't think that men pursue them, and that's fine. But yeah, that's just the point I was making.
So that's once again that would be a false equivalence, because quite literally even though y'all love Amara, y'all don't be listening to that girl. That's crazy. Because what she quite literally just said was she was taught how to behave around men since she was 7, a wee lad. She was taught how to behave around men. That would be conditioning a personality. That would be conditioning a way to act, so that when that man does approach, he gets something back from you that he deems to be appropriate, and he continues that pursuit.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So even though you asked the incorrect question, you asked a question that was meant for men, but you asked it to women.
I know I just started this video, but anybody else think she talked too much already? I'm looking, yeah, pretty intellectual.
You said when were you taught how to approach men? And that's why you got the answer. We were not taught how to approach men, which would be a correct answer. However, if you were taught, when were you conditioned and groomed how to act around men? We would have probably answered it differently, because once again, we both get taught things.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
How many men is in this panel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she's telling men she understands what it's like to be conditioned to act around men. Yet, we'll see if she knows how to act around men. My God, stay with me.
The women are just sitting here as feral children for 18 years, and then all of a sudden, you now go on a date. No, you also are conditioned just like a boy is.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
The only difference is a boy is conditioned to chase and a woman is conditioned to be chased. It's still conditioning.
Stop it. Get some help.
You asked the wrong question, sir.
Why did Amara catch a stray when she's gone? You called that young lady a
okay.
lad. You don't call women lads, they're lasses, but that's fucked up.
Yeah, sure. You'll be okay.
That's cool.
I don't know why that's the part you got from what I was trying to say.
No, I just wanted to highlight the sneak this.
Lassie, you okay?
That's all.
Yeah, sure.
You didn't say it when she was up here.
You good enough? You got it?
But when you ask will people learn how to pursue or
can we let the guy who asked the question respond to what I was saying though?
I was responding to him though. I don't think that he was going to respond to you because you didn't say anything.
Emotional, damn it.
I bet.
No, actually,
if
you didn't allow him to.
How long did it take them what age they learn to pursue?
Yeah,
I don't learn they pursue. If you say what age you learn how to treat men, I think the answer would have been different. What way or ask men what age did they learn what to expect from women as how far they were treated? You get very different answers.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
This lady is getting on my nerves already. I ain't gonna lie, she's not that intellectual and she's not that pretty.
Pow!
But what she is she's really rough. And I ain't gonna lie, it's not because, she has the eccentric look, but she really doesn't. It's like she's trying to fit in 2 different personas in one person, and it's not really looking good. My personal opinion, she looks like she's trying to be an Afrocentric feminist.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit anyone. I don't think it's a good look. But I'm gonna let her finish. She's pissing me off. She's not pretty to me at all. I'm not. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Is pretty intellectual actually pretty?
Get out of here, man. I'm saying.
I think that pretty, you're very intelligent, but what you're doing is not bringing men closer to you to greater understanding. You're repelling them.
Stop it. Get some help.
With what you do, I don't think it's helpful. I think you're very smart.
We do not care.
But to what means? What do you hope to accomplish with that back and forth? It's actually repelling men. Because if I saw you and how you spoke, you're a beautiful black woman, I'd be like, I'll pass. And you wouldn't even know it. If I took you on a date, I'd have been check, please, and gone, because the instruction that you're giving, it gives license to what I said earlier. Men don't want that. Men are simple. You can talk to us in a certain type of way where you can get a greater effect. What you're doing is not very effective. As for having somebody really get your point, they'll want to fight it.
Yo, man, shouts out to Kenny P, man. He said it. He definitely said what needed to be said. Like, you repelling. No men would want to be around you. And look at her smile on her face. She probably likes girls. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the feminist movement, let's keep it real. They like to, they into that. We not judging. Listen, I'm LGBT community. I ain't got no problems with you, man. I don't want no problem neither. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. That's a Fendi.
I think that you have great qualities because I've watched a couple of shows, but
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
I don't think you have to grandstand as much as you do. You are intelligent. You don't need to keep proving it and beating a dead horse. As for this topic right here, come on, we do better. We're all adults. We know what will work and what doesn't. As for the comments, it should be a concern because a lot of women have these outcomes and they're lonely.
Definitely lonely. I want to get into that. What do y'all think about what's going on in the dating market? And it's pretty intellectual, the type of girl you would want to date. First of all, she's taking over the whole panel. A lot of women don't understand that men that got the bag, that's getting to the money, they don't want no out of line woman that wants to show them up every time.
Get out of here, man. I'm saying.
She's probably, I don't know. She's definitely a representative for the feminist movement because look at how she's moving. She's basically saying, well, we want equal rights and y'all are bums. We making all the money, but that's far from true. A lot of these Fortune 500 companies they work for, they still working for men. So I don't know how a woman like this would ever be able to get a man that she would actually want. Because I don't think no man that she would actually want that would she think should be into her would be into her. She's just too much. Now she's pretty enough to get probably mostly any guy, but
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
I don't think she is. No, she's definitely not smart enough. She's just too much for her damn self. Pardon my language.
Playing the game by not doing it the way the instruction book says so. The patriarchy is the thing that allows you to speak this way, pretty.
Pow.
If you were in a Yemen or some other country and you spoke the way you spoke, what would be the end? It wouldn't be kind. So the patriarchy works. And if you're biblical, God, man, woman, child. Which one of the 14 parishes you grew up in? I'm not sure. Maybe you will tell me. But I see inherent value in you. You just need to turn down the volume a little bit. I'll drop it there.
It's very eloquent.
Drop the mic on her. Drop the mic on her. Like, listen, girlfriend, you talk too much. I'm just keeping it real. How do y'all feel about women that feel like they gotta be the ones to have the last word? I want y'all to really pay attention to Pretty Intellectual and really just break down everything she's saying, everything she about to say. Cause she gonna go off, but she make a lot of she knows how to speak, so she puts a lot of words together. But watching the end, you're not gonna get anything from it. She's not even gonna have a solution. I'm gonna let her go, and then I got some more for you.
Kenny.
So
Good shit, Kenny.
I'm gonna say this: telling me the patriarchy works and then bringing up a better version of patriarchy where women have even less rights is not a flex.
You see how she did the the better version. It's not a better version. It's a different form of patriarchy. But no one's gonna point that out because she, like I said, she knows how to speak intellectually. So she's gonna frame things in a way where it could sound like that, but it makes no sense. Really investigate it. Pay attention. All you gotta do is listen.
You
That
have
was
less
dumb.
rights now? Do
No,
you
no, no,
have
that
less
was dumb.
rights
That was
now?
dumb. That was dumb. No, 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 Buki, that was dumb.
I'm
And you're
not your
done,
bookie. My name is Ken.
right? Like, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. You brought up another version of a strict patriarchy, women have even less rights. To give me an example of how the patriarchy works.
Perfect. How? Hold on. Bro. How?
I'm gonna need y'all to get better at this argument.
Okay, 50
That
years ago,
sounded
could you
like
do
you were
what you're
trying
doing
to
now?
threaten me by saying, hey, if our patriarchy worked better and we weren't so deeply embedded in capitalism to where we can't afford our system, so we need women to work, thus women are able to leverage their rights, you wouldn't be able to talk.
Women voted for these rights, and then black women say they didn't vote for the rights, which they probably didn't. But as soon as they had the opportunity, they jumped on all the women's rights movements and has benefited them to this point. So I don't really want to hear about, oh, capitalism, we upholding the country and all this and all of this. Stop it. Y'all had to get lesser treatment. Y'all had to do lesser when it came to academic. Like, 'cause they used to take tests for a lot of these jobs. Like, you had to do physical tests, you had to do intellectual tests, memory tests. It depended on what field you were going in. I don't care if it was the CIA, police officer, all these government jobs, right? That was being given out that used to be only had by men. When women started getting these positions, they had to lesser the physical tests. They couldn't do every strenuous thing that the men were doing. They have a whole separate test. Even with the intellectual test, they didn't have to answer the same type of questions that men would have to answer because the way they think and the way they move is just naturally different. So this woman is not really making any good points here because this is what you basically asking for, and now you get what you wanted, and you want to try to complain and talk trash about the men. But this is the society we live in. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this young lady, because I'm really want to just really point out this type of woman, because this is an archetype, and she says she's part of the feminist movement, so we know a lot of feminists share these ideals, but these ideals is whack, 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 whack. I'm telling you, that's a Fendi. Anybody agree with this? Y'all can let me know in the comments too. I want to know what's the truth. I want to know how y'all feel. I want to know what's so butter about having everything fair? Because let's say a woman do make more than you. If you got a good man, he's still gonna make sure he paid for the majority of everything you need, regardless. And that's more help than most of you women get, because a lot of y'all be single. And y'all really be wanting somebody to hold y'all at night, but nobody don't want to hold you because you don't know how to shut up. Respectfully.
But because of the fact that we live in this country, that we need women to work in order to maintain the system, because we haven't figured out that quite literally capitalism is eating the possibility of patriarchy here in the United States. We're just going to go ahead and try to weaponize other versions of patriarchy against you to make you feel like you have some rights here, so you'll be thankful about it and shut up. I won't do that.
No one
But
wishes
I
to
think
take
that,
away your voice.
Kenny, I think women should understand that the patriarchy, like women who think, act, and conduct themselves like her, I will give her benefit of the doubt in saying that she's just as insufferable in real life. The patriarchy is why men aren't punching her in her face. The patriarchy is why no one is doing anything to her when she does these like disrespectful attacks and slights and sarcasm, because the patriarchy has told men that you don't hit women no matter what. So I definitely think that she likes patriarchy in that sense, because if she didn't, and man resulted to their base nature and their base instincts, she wouldn't talk like this. None of y'all would. Women wouldn't be talking to men crazy. Women wouldn't be doing all this sass and stuff because they'd be getting slapped in their mouth. So you brought up what happens in Yemen to highlight a consequence of the way she acts in America. Because if she was over there, those men are allowed to beat their women. Those men are taught to beat their women for disrespect because they are in charge of what those women do. That's why you brought up what happens in Yemen. I understand that, but when we try to say, well, you brought up something that was, a bad example
Dumb.
of
She
a
said
worse
dumb. She
patriarchy.
said dumb and
Oh,
called me
yeah, I'm
Buki.
sorry, dumb. That's the point.
Yeah, Pookie. Like, how intellectual is that? If you're gonna be an intellectual, be an intellectual all the way. Do not try to patronize people and like Buki. Who's your Buki? Nobody you don't want to. You're not. Listen, you need your intellectual prowess to allure a man. You're not that cute. I don't think you're ugly, but you really must think a lot of yourself. And I hope it's not just because of how you look, because from right now, you don't really show nothing much of nothing else except know how to put a bunch of words together.
Like this is the point. Like y'all keep responding to the stuff she's saying, champ. Just let her talk, because what's going to happen is like you gave her flowers when Shaq or somebody clip this, they gonna get on you too, because they're only gonna see that 3-minute span, right? And they're gonna see you trying to give her flowers, like the same thing Mont does sometimes. But Mont is calculated with it. You end up in these clips giving her flowers, they're gonna think you as batshit crazy as she is. That's why I said you don't have to respond to everything.
So Willie, at the end of the day, the same patriarchy and the man stuff that we're taught, if she was in danger, I would have to put my life on the line to protect her.
No, you would not.
No, you wouldn't.
I think it's really funny that Willie keeps saying he's not going to respond to me, but he responds every time.
I'm responding to Kenny
while saying he's not responding to me. Like
okay,
every single time I talk, Willie's like, so the thing is that what you got to remember as I pick up my soda and drink more 200 calories at 12 a.m. is what you need to remember is stop responding to these women. So while I'm taking calories after the sun has gone down, I'm going to tell you, you need to stop responding to these women. Stop responding to these women every single time I talk. How about one of the times you practice what you preach and stop responding to me?
So Willie, to answer to you, I would.
Not your phone. I get it.
Willie, speaking to you, I would, because I come from a place where my cloth is, even though a woman may be a little bit long at the tooth and behave a certain type of way, you still protect your village. Good, bad, or indifferent. So now
this is where we disagree, Kenny.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I think we've had this conversation.
Nah, that's all I want to show y'all, because that's combativeness. That's combativeness. That's a combative nature. Who really wants that? Yeah, y'all gotta be serious with yourselves out there, young ladies. Is this the way y'all really want to act? You really think this is attracting? Yo, man, Kenny said it the best, man. He said this is repelling. This is male repellent. Most of these girls want to repel men. They don't want men to actually like them. I don't think that that's what's happening. You cannot, in my personal opinion, be part of the feminist movement and actually like men. I mean, even like sexually, like I don't think you really like men. I think it's just like I gotta have something inside of y'all or something. I don't know. Like, but I don't know what's going on. Y'all tell me in the comments, because I'm confused that women actually could speak like this and think it sounds good after they're done. She doesn't sound good at all. Y'all let me know in the comments. What do y'all think about this young lady? Her name is Pretty Intellectual. And I need to know in the comments, is she pretty or is she intellectual? Do y'all think Kenny P won that debate with Pretty Intellectual? I like the Leap Let Network. I checked them out. This is just a different perspective from somebody from the hood, somebody that got a different type of urban background. And it's a couple of us out here, but I'm giving you my perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been to college and back, and I know what's butter and what's whack. And this is whack. She is whack. And I ain't gonna lie. She needs to stop being so condescending with her words too. I actually like the way she speaks. She speaks very clearly, but nothing she said was profound. She didn't make one point. What point did she make out of all of the words that she used? It was like hot air. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all already know. This is Frederick the Mayor. I come with different layers, and I never forget to say my prayers, and I hope you don't either. You already know the vibes. I'm out.